Title: 9 Crucial Moments to Adopt Silence. Lock your mouth, Stoic Lessons. Imagine a world where the power of silence surpasses that of words. In this chaotic and noisy world, silence is often underrated. Today, we will explore the art of silence and its immense potential for personal growth and inner peace. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by gossip, insulted without cause, or unjustly criticized? It can be frustrating, right? But what if you could handle these moments with serene composure, emerging stronger, more dignified, and at peace? This is not about staying quiet. It's about harnessing the power of silence as a strategic response. Stoicism teaches us that sometimes the most impactful statement we can make is to simply not react. It's about being firmly rooted in our values and self-worth, so that the storms of life cannot shake us. If you're tired of the endless cycle of reacting, retaliating, and regretting, join me as we explore how to turn silence into strength, stand stoically amidst life's challenges, and discover the power of saying nothing at all. Imagine someone spreading a rumor about you, and it quickly spreads like wildfire. Your name is whispered in hallways and typed in chats. In the eye of the storm, you feel the urge to jump in and correct every misheard word and exaggerated story. However, Stoicism teaches us to step back. Why? Engaging with gossip only gives it more energy and life. By not adding your voice to the cacophony, you starve the gossip of its essence: attention. It's not easy to hear falsehoods and not fight back, but your peace of mind and inner tranquility are worth more than the fleeting satisfaction of correcting a rumor. Stoicism doesn't ask us to be passive, it asks us to be strategic in silence. There is strength in non-reaction, and there is power in focusing on our actions, character, and integrity. The people who truly know you won't be swayed by idle talk, and those who believe the gossip are not your concern. Focus on defining yourself through your actions, character, and integrity, rather than the whispers of naysayers. We have all faced sharp words that cut a little too deep, insults that sting and linger. Whether in person, online, or disguised as a joke, insults can shake even the strongest of us. When someone insults you, they often reveal more about their character than yours. Stoicism teaches us to separate ourselves from the venom of their words and find inner strength. The only opinion capable of defining you is your own. You are the captain of your soul, the master of your fate. When insults come your way, you have a choice. You can engage, retaliate, and let those words seep into your core, or you can rise above, secure in the knowledge of who you are and the values you hold. This is not about ignoring or suppressing your feelings. It's about acknowledging them, understanding why the insult hurts, and choosing not to grant it the power to disrupt your peace. Respond, don't react. Sometimes silence is the most powerful response, saying, "Your words do not define me." Stoicism doesn't mean you don't seek support or speak out against abuse. It means you control your response, emotions, and dignity. You can't control what others say, but you can control whether you accept or reject their words internally. By navigating the storm of insults with stoic wisdom, you not only protect yourself, but also elevate yourself, living a life anchored in self-respect and inner tranquility. Feeling angry is a natural response to perceived wrongs or injustice. The challenge lies in how we respond to that anger. Stoicism teaches us to approach anger with calmness and composure. Imagine anger as a blazing fire. Left unchecked, it can consume everything in its path. But if we approach it with the mindset of a stoic, we can contain the fire and use it to illuminate rather than destroy. It starts with a pause, creating space between the trigger and our response. In that pause, we ask ourselves why we are angry. Stoicism teaches us to look beneath the surface, understanding that anger often stems from hurt, threat, or injustice. By understanding the root of our anger, we can address the underlying issue more effectively. Stoicism also invites us to question the validity of our anger. Is our perception accurate? Have we interpreted the situation correctly? By challenging our assumptions, we may find that our anger is based on a misunderstanding or a skewed perspective. But what if the anger is justified? Stoicism doesn't say we should suppress it. Instead, it offers the concept of constructive anger. It's anger that is controlled, directed, and used for positive change. Even justified anger should not control us. In practicing Stoic principles, we become masters of our emotions, responding to anger with reason, wisdom, and integrity. By doing so, we avoid causing harm to ourselves and others, cultivating inner peace and resilience. When faced with unjust criticism, Stoicism encourages us to pause and take a deep breath. This is not about suppression. It's about giving ourselves a moment to process our emotions calmly and avoid impulsive reactions. Stoicism teaches us that our worth and self-respect are not contingent upon others' opinions or judgments. Our core identity and integrity remain intact, regardless of external appraisal. When criticism comes our way, Stoicism prompts us to reflect on the critic's intentions and perspectives. Often, unjust criticism is more about the critic's perceptions, insecurities, or struggles than it is about us. By understanding this, we can see the criticism for what it truly is, a reflection of the critic, not ourselves. Stoicism does not mean passivity. It means choosing a response that aligns with our values and principles, not dictated by our impulses. If there is a kernel of truth in the criticism, even if it's delivered unfairly, Stoicism encourages us to use it as an opportunity for growth. We analyze it objectively, seeking valuable lessons and areas for improvement. Stoicism reminds us to prioritize our peace of mind, shielding it from external events, including criticism. By detaching our emotional well-being from others' opinions, we cultivate inner peace that is not easily disturbed. Loss is an inevitable part of life. Whether it's losing a loved one, a relationship, a job, or even an aspect of our identity, it can be deeply painful. Stoicism offers a beacon of hope and resilience in the face of loss. It acknowledges the pain, but doesn't ask us to suppress our grief. Instead, Stoicism provides a framework for processing loss in a healthy and constructive way. When experiencing a significant loss, Stoicism invites us to pause, breathe deeply, and give ourselves permission to feel our emotions. We mourn, but we also remember that our emotions are natural responses, not commands. We can feel sadness, anger, or confusion without letting these feelings dictate our actions or define our future. Stoicism views loss as an opportunity for growth. Every loss, no matter how devastating, carries the seeds of new beginnings, strengths, and wisdom. We ask ourselves, what can this loss teach me? How can it help me grow? Stoicism is not about finding immediate answers or silver linings. It's about opening ourselves to the possibility that even in the darkest times, there is potential for light. Stoicism also reminds us of the impermanence of life, teaching us to appreciate our blessings while we have them and let go with grace when the time comes. In times of loss, Stoicism encourages us to lean into our community, sharing our pain, supporting others, and finding healing through connection. Stoicism doesn't diminish our loss or deny our pain. It helps us navigate grief with dignity, finding our way back to peace and equilibrium. Injustice can evoke feelings of outrage and despair. Stoicism invites us to step back, assess the situation with clarity and composure, and choose a response aligned with our values and principles. Stoicism does not advocate for indifference or passivity. It encourages thoughtful and deliberate action. When faced with injustice, Stoicism prompts us to focus on what is within our power to change, our actions and attitudes. While we may not be able to rectify every injustice, we can choose not to let it diminish our spirit or commitment to what is right. Stoicism also reminds us of the power of community and shared humanity. Injustice often isolates us, making us feel alone in our struggle. Stoicism encourages us to connect with others, stand in solidarity, and draw on collective strength and wisdom. By embracing a Stoic approach to injustice, we find a balanced path forward, acting from a place of measured, principled strength. We acknowledge our emotions without letting them overwhelm us, and we focus on what we can do, however small, to contribute to justice and fairness. When faced with ignorance, our instinct may be to argue, correct, or belittle the other person's viewpoint. Stoicism invites us to pause and approach the situation differently. Instead of seeing ignorance as a battle to be won, we view it as an opportunity to practice patience, empathy, and understanding. Stoicism encourages us to listen, truly listen, and try to understand where the other person is coming from. By doing so, we create space for a thoughtful response rather than a reactive one. We ask ourselves if this is a moment for teaching or learning. Sometimes the Stoic response is to offer information gently and respectfully, without expecting or attaching to a specific outcome. Other times, it may be more productive to ask questions, learn about their perspectives, or reflect on what the encounter teaches us about patience and humility. In situations where ignorance is harmful or dangerous, Stoicism does not ask us to be passive. We can still take a stand, voice our concerns, or provide correct information, but it should be done with composure, not driven by anger or frustration. Stoicism also reminds us to choose our battles wisely, conserving our energy for more fruitful discussions or actions. Navigating ignorance is not just about dealing with others, it's also about confronting our own blind spots. Stoicism teaches us to be lifelong learners, open to expanding our understanding and challenging our assumptions. When someone boasts, they often seek validation or admiration from those around them. Stoicism teaches us to empathize with this need without getting swept up in it. True worth and contentment come from within, not from external accolades or recognition. When faced with boasts, the Stoic approach is to listen quietly and reflect inwardly. By choosing silence, we stay true to our values, focusing on our own path and self-worth. This silence is not passive, it is an active and powerful choice. It speaks volumes about our confidence and self-assurance. We don't need to join the chorus of self-congratulation to feel secure in our achievements or worth. Even when boasting becomes excessive or false, Stoicism counsels us to respond carefully, if necessary. Our response should be measured, kind, and rooted in truth, not driven by a desire to deflate or humiliate. Embracing silence in the face of boasting cultivates inner peace, humility, and a deep-seated confidence that doesn't depend on external validation. Imagine hearing a rumor about yourself, something untrue and damaging. The Stoic response is not to rush into the fray, battling rumor with counter-rumor. Instead, we pause, breathe, and remember that our worth is not determined by others' words. By choosing silence, we rise above the chaos, conserving our energy and maintaining our peace. This silence is not about inaction or passivity. It is a conscious and powerful choice. It's about knowing when to speak and when to let our actions and character speak for themselves. Often, rumors lose their power when they are not given the oxygen of attention. In the calmness of our silence, the truth can eventually surface without our intervention. Stoicism offers profound wisdom in this regard. Those who truly know us, who understand our character, won't be swayed by hearsay. As for those who believe the gossip, their opinions were never within our control. This Stoic silence also provides an opportunity for introspection, allowing us to fortify our inner citadel against the slings and arrows of misinformation. In this space of reflection, we find clarity, strength, and a deeper sense of who we are and what we stand for. By practicing the Stoic art of silence amidst rumors, we cultivate resilience, navigate public opinion with grace, and remain anchored in our truth. As we conclude our journey today, remember that silence is not just a lack of noise, it is a wellspring of strength. When we choose silence over words, we embrace the profound wisdom of Stoicism, transforming challenges into opportunities for growth and serenity. Let us continue this journey of growth and self-discovery, delving deeper into the wisdom of Stoicism. Together, let's cultivate a life of tranquility, purpose, and enduring strength. Thank you for joining me on this path of discovery and introspection. Your presence enriches our Stoic Journal community, and together we are learning to navigate life's storms with grace and resilience.